biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
And we're back. And this beautiful lady right here is my bestie. This is my BFF. Yeah, for life, for life, for life. You know, if you ain't got a Connie Hayes Smith in your life, get you one. Um, Connie is my dog. You know what I'm saying? Me and Connie actually met on a cruise. You know what I'm saying? I actually had never been on a cruise before, wanted to go on a cruise, and one of my coworkers, they were having a senior. Everybody was graduating that year, and Connie's daughter was graduating from college at that time, and I didn't have anybody be in the cabin with me, and it was like, we're gonna put you with Connie. So it was like, me and Connie got together, and me and Connie has been together ever since. This is, oh my God. Like I said, I love me some Connie. If you don't have your Connie in your life, get you one. But we're going to have Connie tell you about the disease that she has, and, you know, what she's going through, and give you a little bit more insight on kidney disease, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what we're going to focus on tonight.
Exactly. We're going to focus on that right now.
Right. As she said, this one of those, we basically were strangers, and then I was told that I was going to you get to meet this girl in the cabin on the cruise. It's one of those, okay. It was one of those, come on. It was a graduation cruise, and we were going to celebrate anyway.
Exactly.
But in the meantime, at that time, I only had high blood pressure and diabetes. This one was you hear it all the time, high blood pressure, and then it developed into some diabetes, and I had challenges, had to work around those challenges, and now as of 13 months ago, I was told I was at end-stage renal disease, which I was at stage 4, which staged at one of the free clinics. You know how you go to the free health fairs, and they offer to check your kidneys or check your blood and see what's going on. And this was about 8 years ago. I did it knowing that I'm going to be okay. It's going to come out all right. And they said, "Oh, you're stage 1." And so one of those, I didn't know that the kidney disease has stage 1. Notify your doctor. I went to my doctor. He said, "Yeah, you are stage 1. You guys change your diet." And it's one of those, you know how you go to the doctor and you do what they say for a couple of months, and then that last month before you see them again, you go back, you stray away.
Right.
But it started getting I started getting tired. It's a slow disease. You don't really know you have it. One of the symptoms that I knew something was wrong was when I'd go to use the bathroom and there's bubbles in the water. And it's one, it looked like somebody put some detergent in the water, and we didn't get the detergent out, and you used the bathroom. Well, no, that's your protein coming out.
Oh, wow.
And that's showing you that your kidneys are failing.
Wow.
So that's the first sign. And I mean, like I said, this one was, I took the test knowing I was going to be okay. And so I told the doctor, and we just monitored it, and we were doing okay. And then about 3 years ago, I started seeing soap again more consistently, and I went to a nephrologist.
Right.
And who was referred is one of those, you start listening to people that also had kidney disease, and this guy said that he was at failure, and this doctor brought him back. So that's how I went to my doctor, and I was at stage 3, and he basically changed your diet, and which I did as much as I could, which is the basics. You can't have phosphorus, that's hurting your kidneys. Again, stress, because still high blood pressure never went away. I'm still affected by that. Also through this, I had not kidney, but thyroid disease. They had to remove my thyroid. So there was a lot of
different
health
stages.
challenges in the last few years.
Yes.
But since we're focused on the kidney disease, I actually went into failure December, which is my birthday month of last year.
Right.
And we had to go ahead and do the catheter. They put the catheter in me. I've been on dialysis since January of this year. I did go to the education. They've got awesome education here in the Atlanta area. I had a choice either to do hemo or peritoneal. I chose peritoneal because peritoneal I don't like blood. So I didn't want to be hooked up to a machine they're 3 to 4 days a week. Whereas the peritoneal, I can do this at home. It doesn't make me. It's basically me and Ricardo. Yes, Ricardo is my catheter. I named him. But me and Ricardo, we go around it. We're going to be together for a while until I find a donor, in which that is my next step. I take 20 minutes. There's a machine that they initially put me on. And actually, I would hook up at night. Machine goes 8 hours, and unhook in the morning, and then I go my normal way, my normal day.
This is the part that I don't like. Because when Connie first got diagnosed with this, she don't know this, but I started crying because I was like, oh my God. Because my brother Andy, before he passed, he had the same disease. And when he gotten diagnosed, he ended up going on dialysis, and we used to have to take him to the dialysis facility 3 times a week. And so he couldn't work, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't work anymore. And so then, then he actually got a kidney. Then that kidney ended up failing. So he ended up back on dialysis again. And so, he basically he was, on SSI. He couldn't work, because of the fact that he had to be at that facility. And if I'm not mistaken, it was 8 hours or more, 3 days a week. So, he couldn't work. So when she told me that she had got diagnosed, I was like, oh my God, she can't work anymore. She, and kind of like going places. So it's like, oh my God. And then as I said, this is not only my BFF, but this is my travel partner. When we go, we go. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, man, how we gonna do this? And so then, when we went, and you got it, and I was like, "Damn, that was quick." I thought, it was gonna take a little bit more time for them to do this. And then when she told me she was going to do it herself, I was like, "You gonna do what? What you mean? Like, no, that ain't right. What you mean you can do it yourself?" And so, that was the main reason why I wanted her to speak, because it's a lot of people don't know that. They don't know that they have the option. Until they get to that point, you know what I'm saying? And then some people, it's automatic that if you have this disease, you can't work anymore. And actually, you can, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know that. And it was just, when I saw you hooked up that day, I was like, man, she's just sitting over there playing around on the computer and talking like there ain't nothing going wrong. And I'm like, shoot, I'm sitting over here scared as I don't know what. Like, ooh, Lord, please let this work out for her. But you've been doing real well on it, and I really wanted people to know that it's manageable. It's manageable. You know what I'm saying? It's manageable, and it's not the end of the world. As in, you can still do other things, because I asked her that too. I said, like, it's past time for us to go on a cruise. And so I was like, how are we going to get around this? She's like, girl, I ain't got to do nothing but. And I was like, Connie be on it, man. She got all of the info. This is my travel person. You know what I'm saying? You want to know how to get somewhere cheap? called Connie. What we said we were gonna name it? Connie Be Gone. Connie Be Gone Travel Agency, because she can find everything, flights and everything for the cheap. She taught it to me. I was like, yes, I got
Cost
somebody.
effective.
Oh,
We don't say
excuse me,
cheap.
we don't say cheap
Cost
anymore. We say
effective.
cost effective. Yeah. So like I said, it was just. I was glad that you found a way to do it where it was comfortable for you, but it actually worked. Because, I was like, I don't know about that right there, Connie. You gonna do it yourself? Okay. So,
Well, and also, I have the 3 grandchildren.
Exactly.
So I have grandchildren with me, and the only thing, we have made a game of it. They put their mask on. It's one of those, and hey, Mama C got to do treatment. And it's one of those, they're in their room, and even though I can watch them, it's when I do my treatment, 20 minutes, and Mama C's back.
wow.
And
Yeah. So it's 20 minutes that you have to be on the machine, and how
Well,
often?
I'm doing manuals now. That's the difference.
Okay.
The machine is what I signed up for.
Right.
But the machine and I did not get along with Ricardo and I.
Okay.
So it's a threesome here.
Okay.
And it's one of those, and the machine was not agreeing with us. It's one of those. Ricardo and I are doing manuals, so I have to do manuals 3 to 4 times a day.
Okay.
But it's only 20 minutes.
Okay.
And
So the manuals are actually shorter
Yes.
than doing the machine.
Yeah.
See, that's something else I didn't know.
It's short. Actually, that's what you saw was the manual.
Okay, that's what I saw. Okay, so I was looking for the machine because I'm like, I don't know where everything is. And you know how you be trying to be nosy but not trying to be nosy. So, and unfortunately, Connie know I got that little birdie thing. I be done forgot. Be like, nah, I can't, I really can't sit up here and figure that out. She know what she doing, so I'm good. But it's always good for people that's around you to know what's going on, because if anything does happen, you need to be able to have somebody that knows what to do if something goes down. Like with with your diabetes and stuff like that, we always made sure we knew where the insulin was at and all of that. And so, people need to really, when the doctor say you got something going on and he tells you that you need to change some stuff up, and you know how we do as soon as we feel like we're a little healthier, we forget all about that stuff. The reason why you're healthier is because of the fact that you're doing what he's telling you to do. So, like I said, I was very shocked about, the way that went down and everything. But I appreciate you coming and talking about it, because, it is a personal thing. We're gonna keep you on. We're gonna keep you on here with me, so that way I got somebody up here to talk to when we going through some more stuff. But what we finna do now is we're gonna go to a break, and when we go to this break, we're gonna actually show you one of my promotions videos that I'm creating for my artists, so you can see a little bit more about Miss Candy up here. So we'll be back in probably about 2-3 minutes.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
I'm way far from perfect. Your trust, I don't deserve it, but I'm not gonna play with you. We've been on and off lately, but don't hesitate, please, 'cause I don't want someone new. I don't wanna see you with no one else. God, that's all mine, I want it all to myself. I got trust issues, can you give me some help? I want you, baby girl, is that hard to tell? Oh, 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 oh. Just tryna get close to you. Oh yeah, tryna get close to you. Oh baby, I'm tryna get close to you. I've been inconsistent, ignoring your feelings. I'm so inconsiderate. You're questioning greater and even Sharia, but please don't be so upset. Why you throwing all this understanding? Girl, just be sure and let go of your insecurities. I cheated, but two girls can be my baby. Girl, don't give up, can you just promise you won't leave? Oh, just tryna get close to you. Oh yeah, tryna get close to you. Oh baby, I'm tryna get close to you. Oh, oh, oh. There comes a time in life where I gotta show you how I feel. And I know you're hurt, but I put you first. Can we just make it work? Can you tell me how you feel now? Can you tell me how you feel? Girl, you know that I love you, baby. Tryna show you something real. Girl, just know that I got you. Won't do nothing to hurt you. Put nobody above. Girl, you know that I love you. Just tryna get close to you. Oh yeah, tryna get close to you. Oh baby, I'm tryna get close to you.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
And we're back. And you know, if you want to talk to Connie or have any questions or want to know anything about any of the topics that we're talking about today, you know, pick up the phone, send us a text message, 478-569-6474. And, you know, hit me up. You know, we'll get you all the information from what we were talking about today. But what I want to talk to you guys about now is my little workout challenge. So, you know, as Connie know, I used to do a lot of motivational speaking. People that don't know, I had gastric bypass surgery over a long time ago. It's like 9 years ago, and so I used to be over 400 pounds. So you know, I did a lot of talking to people that went through this like I did, because of the fact that, you know, people feel like, you know, having bypass surgery is the easy way out. And as Connie knows, this is not an easy thing for me, because I had Roux-en-Y. And for a lot of you that don't know, there's different types of gastric bypass surgery, and the Roux-en-Y is what they call the gold surgery. It is guaranteed. And so with the Roux-en-Y, they actually make your stomach the size of your thumb, and they'll rearrange your intestines. And with doing that, is a lot of stuff that I had before that is amplified now. You know, with me, I've always been anemic, and once I had the surgery, it is like 10 times worse now. I get extremely tired, and I get I get extremely tired. My hair falls out. I actually had an episode where I would just wipe my hand across my head, and my hand would come back full of hair. And so, you know, people don't know that it's a lot of different things that happens to you when you have this kind of surgery. So it's not as easy as you think it is. Everything that everyone else did to lose weight, we still have to do. We still have to exercise. We still have to change our eating habits. We have to do all of that. But on top of that, I get extremely sick if I have something that has too much sugar, that has too much grease. And something I can eat today, I don't get sick off of, and tomorrow I can eat the exact same thing and be sick as a dog. So, you know, as I was saying before with Connie, you know, you need to have someone that's around you, know what you're going through, because of the fact that all my friends and coworkers know that if they see me, you know, dozing off, I'm not sleepy, boo. I'm sick. You know what I'm saying? And they know to go get me a bottle of water and actually, you know, try to help get that out. So it's the water actually pushes whatever going on with you through a lot quicker. So, you know, a lot of people don't know that. So we're gonna do a little workout challenge, because the thing that helped me lose all of the weight was just walking. And so if you don't like working out, I don't like working out. I understand, but you know, just moving a little bit every day, like Carmen had said earlier, you know, just 15 minutes. When I first started, I had to show it to him. Okay. When I first started out, I couldn't even walk. I was so heavy, I couldn't even walk for a long period of time. So I used to have to do 5 minutes on the treadmill, go and sit down, come back later on, do another 5 minutes. And I kept doing that until I was able to walk 30 minutes to an hour. And, you know, I lost a lot of weight doing that. Like I said, I was over 400 pounds before. And I'm not there now. I have gained some of the weight back, but with anybody that don't exercise, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? You still, regardless if you're eating right, you still have to make sure that you actually working out on a regular basis. So what we're doing, you don't have to have a Fitbit. You don't have to have, you know, any kind of special equipment. There's apps on your phone that you can use. And if you're somebody that don't walk at all, your goal is to walk 100 steps extra a day, you know. So it's more on, we're just trying to do something to get moving. And getting moving is what's going to help you with your heart. And it's so many different health things that happens with you with just walking. You know what I'm saying? With me, you know, I used to have shortness of breath. I don't have that as much anymore because of that. You know, those that do know me, they know I broke my ankle probably about 14 years ago, and that was one of the reasons why I needed to get some of that weight off my ankle, because having that extra weight on my ankle made them have to actually re-break it, and in order for me to be able to walk. And so, you know, just putting those, you know, one foot in front of the other, it really helped. It really, you know, to be honest, it saved my life, because, you know, with my family, we have so many different diseases, you know, high blood pressure, you know, diabetes and all of that. I didn't have any of that. I wasn't sick like that. But, you know, being heavy like I was amplifying it. You know, that makes it worse for me when it comes down to anything that we're trying, you know, that we have in our family that's hereditary. You know, me having that extra weight is going to add to that. So, you know, with it being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and those that follow me on Facebook know that I posted up this morning about my grandma, and my grandma had several different cancers. And so this was actually the week that we flew to upstate to Massachusetts to bury her. And so in honor of my grandma, what I wanted to do was do something to make me a little bit more healthier. And you guys can follow that with me. Sorry that I'm getting a little bit emotional because, it's my grandma, you know what I'm saying? And I am the oldest grandchild. And, I got a lot of little cousins and everything that, we all look out for each other. And this is one of the ways that we need to look out for each other, is by making sure that we all are healthy and just putting that one foot in front of each other every day. Just want a little extra time. Walk your dog, walk around the block, go talk to a neighbor that live on the next street over, but walk there. Park your car on the other side of the Walmart parking lot and walk into the Walmart. One thing I used to do, I used to go to Walmart and I'd be in Walmart for hours, and I know people be like, good God, she got a lot of money to spend. No, sweetie, I went down each aisle, them extra steps. You know what I'm saying? So I would just walk down the aisle, because of the fact that, I needed to get down, and I was like, I don't like exercising. So what can I do that I like doing that will help me? And so I can walk around Walmart all day, so that's what I did. I would walk around Walmart, go down each aisle, and then when I go to a different Walmart, be like, this Walmart ain't set up right, because I done been through every aisle in Walmart, so I know they're supposed to be on the other side. This ain't where. Y'all know when I get old, I'm old now, but when I get old, that's where I'm working at. I'm gonna be the greeter at Walmart, and I'm gonna be able to, hey baby, how you doing? We got a sale on chips. I know where the chips at. I always know where the chips at. I don't care what y'all say. Chips, that is my weakness. No, it ain't sweets. It's potato chips. Lay's. Plain. Everybody that know me know. M&M, peanut M&Ms, and I can't eat but 1 or 2 at a time, but I'll eat on that dang on pack for 2-3 days. But peanut M&Ms and Lay's potato chips, girl, that's the bomb. But yeah, so we're gonna do that challenge. Just challenge yourself. Whatever it is that you want to do to make your life healthier, this is what we're gonna do this month. Next month, when we come back, I'm gonna tell you how many steps I actually got in. I got my Fitbit over there charging, and I ain't wore that thing. And, Fitbit be burning me. I need somebody to get them to understand that I don't need to look like, skin be coming off and all kind of stuff. Be like, man, I didn't, what's up with it? I need a Fitbit that don't, brand me, where I look like I belong to them. But yeah, I got my Fitbit charging up, and we finna get back started, because when I first met Connie, I used to walk 20,000 steps a day, every day.
And bless her heart.
And I switched jobs up, and the job I was doing, I'm not doing anymore. So I'm sitting down now. So when you get that sit down job, that weight sit down with you. And so the older you get, it's a little harder to get weight off of you when you get a little older. So, it ain't so much so that you need to lose a whole bunch of weight. It's just being healthy, and exercise is something that's healthy for you. And a lot of people don't get that part. It's not so much so that you're trying to lose it. It's trying to be healthy. And being healthy is eating correctly and exercise, even if it ain't but 10 to 15 minutes. I used to tell people this all the time when I would go to the different seminars and talk to them about having a surgery. Even if you can't walk but 5 minutes, walk those 5 minutes, 5-10 times a day. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how long it take you to get that exercise in, as long as you're getting the exercise in. And you have to do it on your speed. And one of the things that I sort of I call it my downfall is always listening to other people. You know what I'm saying? And what they think about how you look. When I was big, when I was huge, everybody was talking about, oh my God, she's so fat. You know what I'm saying? She got such a pretty face. I've always had one, thank you. But, I need to hear that. When I first talked to them about having the surgery, oh, you don't need to do that. You just need to work out. Boo. Trust and believe. When I came to that decision that that's what I needed to do, I had looked into everything. I had tried everything, and it wasn't working. The only thing that worked for a little while was me cutting out Coca-Cola, and I'm sorry, Coca-Cola, because I used to buy a lot of them. But, when I cut the Cokes out, I lost 30 pounds, and that's as far as I could get, So it was like, what else do I need to do in order to, get the weight off the way I wanted to get the weight off? And so when I had the surgery, I didn't tell anybody. I told my kids knew and my brother knew. I didn't tell anybody else, because the more you tell people about what you're trying to accomplish, the more they try to just pick, and, try to put you down and stuff. And I don't want to hear that. I want to do what I need to do. And so after I had it, and I lost the weight initially in a year, then I heard the same people was talking about how big I was the same people now talking about, oh, she looked like a crackhead. She looks sick. What's wrong with her? Ooh, you don't look good, So then when you're hearing all of that, what did that do? That makes you not want to, continue your own journey. So then when I gained a few pounds back, now it's, oh my God, she's back to the size she used to be. No, boo, I am nowhere near 400 pounds. You know what I'm saying? But people don't realize that little stuff right there can discourage somebody. You have people that's out here killing themselves because of they can't please other people. Fortunately, that's not me. I'm a person that, I do have my own mind, but I still don't want to hear that. So I had to come to the conclusion that, just like I tell everyone else, that you don't need to listen to everything everybody tells you when it comes down to how you look. I need to listen to that myself. And so that's what I'm doing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to walk it out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to walk it out. We're going to get those extra steps in today, every day. And I'm going to get back to my 20,000 steps a day. Because I used to love doing that, And so it's something that I'm putting back into my life. And, if I get back down real small, I don't want to hear it. You want me to be she a crackhead? I'll be that crackhead. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to call me. So, we're gonna take a little time and get our next guest on Skype, and then we'll be back with Miss Teresa Pugh.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
I'm way far from perfect. Your trust, I don't deserve it, but I'm not gonna play with you. We've been on and off lately, but don't hesitate, please, 'cause I don't want someone new. I don't wanna see you with no one else. Girl, that's all mine, I want it all to myself. I got trust issues, can you give me some help? I want you, baby girl, is that hard to tell? Oh, just tryna get close to you. Oh yeah, tryna get close to you. Oh baby, I'm tryna get close to you. I've been inconsistent, ignoring your
To Instinct Radio.
All right, and we're back. And we have Miss Teresa Pugh in the house. Hey, Teresa.
Hello.
For all of you, this is Miss Teresa Pugh, and I know y'all be looking at me and them wine posts and everything. It's her. This is my girl when it come down to wine. So Teresa has a campaign. She's she is Miss Atlanta when it come down to the wine gang. I don't care what nobody says. She is it. But Miss Teresa, will you tell everybody about your vision with the wine and a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. Well, I am a registered nurse here in the Atlanta area. Been in nursing for many, many years. And as of recently, I have joined an exclusive wine club. And I've grown to learn lots about amazing wines and kind of turned it into an initiative. One of the things I've been finding out is that, there's a negative connotation sometimes when it comes to wine, drinking and consumption, and especially those of us who, maybe in the church and things like that. People look at wine and they think of the bad. I have done research and I've learned so many different things aside from loving and enjoying wine to pair for, with foods and things like that. But there are also like tons of health benefits with healthy consumption of wine. And so I have now grown an initiative. It's called Wine into Health. And it's really just educating people on how you can enjoy a healthy glass of wine to combat a lot of diseases and disorders. Now, I don't claim to mitigate or cure any diseases, but what it can do, it can help to, and help promotion, so to speak. It can help to prevent lots of things. And so that's what I do. I spread the word about my amazing wine club, how everyday people can enjoy what we like to call premium wines, because again, when you're using wine in terms of health promotion, you want to drink premium wines. You want to have finer wines, and I'll get into why. And so that is what Wine into Health is. Again, my wine club business, I have combined it with my health business as well. And I first want to thank you for having me today to share some of my amazing tips on how you can prevent some disease and disorders healthy for.
You going in and out. We weren't talking. We was listening to you. When we went to that wine tasting and you were talking about the red wine and how it's healthy. And the thing that I've always been told, because of the fact that I'm anemic, that you need to get you some red wine in your life. Well, red wine, I don't like red wine because every time I drink red wine, it gives me a headache. So that was one of the things that you was talking about at the wine tasting. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Absolutely. Well, just to start, there are a lot of healthy properties in wines, particularly red wines. But there are also some things in some wines that cause, some adverse effects as well. Mm-hmm. And sulfates is one of them. And that's what I was telling you about in terms of the headache. One of the things you find in wines that are not, typically wines that aren't premium are higher in sulfates. And what sulfates does is it tends to dry out your nasal passages. It'll sometimes give you a headache. And so that's why I travel and I educate people on premium wines in terms of their healthy benefits and lower in sulfates as being one of them.
Okay.
So that is what you were asking about, Candy, the sulfates and the wines, in our club, and you are a member of the club as well, as is Connie. Our wines are very, very low. Our reds are very low in sulfates. And so that's good because we can enjoy them a healthy 4-ounce glass.
Did she go out? She froze up.
Or dry us out.
Hey, hold on. You still with us? Because you went out for a
I
second.
am.
Okay.
And you guys, and I apologize if I'm losing signal. I am actually at a wine tasting I'm hosting today.
Okay.
And the weather is bad here, and I might be coming in and out of signal. So just cue me in
Okay.
if you miss anything.
Yeah. Go back to the sulfate part because you were saying that it was lower in sulfates.
Yes. So premium wines, or what we like to call good wines, are generally lower in sulfates. And that is one of the things that we pride our club wines on, because we have premium wines, what some people like to call top shelf or boutique wines, and they're lower in sulfates. So therefore, you can enjoy them. You can enjoy your healthy 4-ounce glass and not have to worry about that excruciating headache or dried out nasal passages and some of the other symptoms that get from the sulfates and some wines.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, that, like I said, that was one of the reasons why I really wanted you to speak on it, because, you are a registered nurse, and with you being a registered nurse, you do know, the properties that we need to be looking at and looking for in the wines in order for us to get the correct type of wine. So with the sulfates, is it a certain number that we need to be looking for?
Not so much a certain number, because each individual wines they come from various different grapes. The fermenting processes are different. But what I have found is when you indulge in premium wines, or like what we call boutique wines, you tend to get a better quality, a better grade in the grapes and in the fermentation process, and even the regions. The regions have something to do with it, and you'll find that it's a lower sulfate. I do know personally, I've found some of the Merlots that our club offers. Some of the Merlots are very, very low in sulfates. Also, there's another. I know Merlot is one, and I want to say the Pinot Noir is another.
Okay.
But there's so many different health benefits, and people don't realize the importance of. I know. I was just telling at the wine tasting I'm at now, we were joking around, and I was like, if you're a member of the over 45 club, like I am, you go into your doctor now, and they're suggesting that you do things like take a daily aspirin for heart health. Well, what lots of people don't what lots of people don't know is that a healthy 4-ounce glass of wine, 1 to 2 a day, is great for preventing tons of diseases and disorders of the heart. Mainly the most prevalent one, which is plaque in the arteries, or blockages and things like that caused from high cholesterol. Well, there are chemicals in the red wine called procyanins. Okay, and what they do is they prevent the plaque from building up on your arteries, and so therefore a healthy glass of wine will help keep your blood free of the bad cholesterols. Okay, some cholesterols are good and some are bad, but the red wine helps fight against the bad ones. Also, alcohol in general is a blood thinner naturally. So that's good. That's what the aspirin does. It keeps the blood thin so that you don't have risks of heart attack and stroke. So those of you out there who don't desire to take an aspirin, or, want some alternatives other than pharmaceutical ones, a healthy glass of red wine will do that for you. Oh gosh, I could go on and on. Type 2 diabetics, if you know any diabetics, there are things in the alcohol, in the phenols and alcohol, that help to reduce or lower the blood sugar. So if you know people who run very, very high blood sugars, a healthy glass of red wine will help with that. Now, on the flip side, if you're the type of brittle diabetic that you run very low, then in that case, you might want to limit your consumption. But most people, typically speaking, many people of color tend to run higher blood sugars, and so a healthy glass of red wine helps with that. Stomach disorders, I know, and that's a big one with women. Women over 40 tend to have issues in the stomach. We tend to have some things like diarrhea and gassy and bloating and things like that. The red wine helps with that. And this goes back to Bible things. There's a Bible verse that talks about wine being good for the gut, which I found was interesting. So it's dated back biblically that they were using it for the stomach. And what it does is it helps keep a nice, healthy balance of bacteria, because everyone has a certain amount of bacteria in the intestinal tract. But if you have too much or if you have too little, it can cause you to have some disorders. And the red wine helps to keep a nice, healthy balance of that. So it's great for that as well. And so just, lots of different tips and things that we can offer in terms of health promotion and things like that. Inflammatory conditions, y'all, you arthritis sufferers, there's something called resveratrol in red wine that helps to keep inflammation down. So not even just arthritis, but things like asthma, other inflammatory diseases, even eczema. People don't know that's an inflammatory disease, eczema, all tons of stuff. And so that's what my whole Wine into Health initiative is, just educating people on how to enjoy a great, healthy glass of wine. And so you can have it in terms of a health promotion and also enjoyable to go to pair with, your foods and when you're out for dinner. So if you're looking for that beverage that you want to drink, all of you health conscious folks out there, try a nice glass of red wine on for size. I think it'll do you some good.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking a little time away from the wine tasting. I'm sorry, but I had to have you.
I thank you for having me.
And you guys, I'm going to put all of Teresa's information into the links for this show, so you can hook up with her if you have any additional questions. And she can give you a little bit more informative answer for her health initiative and how the red wines can actually be a help to your health. So Teresa, we love you. Thank you again so much for coming on. And I still got them golden tickets for you, girl. And so we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back here at Candy Undisputed.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
I'm perfect, your choice, I don't deserve it, but I'm not gonna play with you. We've been on and off lately, but don't hesitate, please, cause I don't want someone new. I don't wanna see you with no one else. Girl, that's all mine, I want it all to myself. I got trust issues, can you give me some help? I want you, baby girl, is that hard to tell? Just tryna get close to you. Oh yeah, tryna get close to you. Oh baby, I'm tryna get close to you. I've been inconsistent, ignoring your feelings. I'm so inconsiderate. You're questioning Raina and even Sharia, but please don't be so upset. Why throwing all this upset me? Girl, just be sure and let go of your insecurities. I cheated, but two girls can be my baby. Girl, don't give up, can you just promise you won't leave? Just tryna get close to you. Oh yeah, tryna get close to you. Oh baby, I'm tryna get close to you. There comes a time in life where I gotta show you how I feel. I know you're hurt, but I put you first. Can we just make it work? Can you tell me how you feel now? Can you tell me how you feel? Girl, you know that I like, baby. Tryna show you something real. Girl, just know that I got you. Won't do nothing to hurt you. Put nobody above. Girl, you know that I love you. Just tryna get close to you. Oh yeah, tryna get close to you. Oh baby, I'm tryna get close to you.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
And we're back. So I hope that everything that we have been showing you guys today has been informative to you as it was to me when I found out some of the information, with the lupus and, the renal disease and everything. And, just getting more information is sometimes the best thing to do when you don't know. Don't assume. Go and find out. I am a Google queen. I will go Google everything. You tell me something, I'm going to Google it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see. You are not going to just tell me something. I'm going to go look for myself. But what I wanted to do with this show is not just be a show where we're on here just giving our opinions of stuff. I actually wanted you guys to get some information, some valid information from sources. And sometimes, even though the doctor might be telling you this is the way, if you have this disease, this is the way it works, it might work that way for a majority of people, but it might not work that way for you. So hearing it from someone that's actually going through it is always a good thing, because you can get another viewpoint of what may or may not happen with you. It's a lot of diseases that women have, people have in the black community that they so because you know about it, you don't think to actually go and do the research for yourself, because it might be something, a symptom that is not what you would consider a normal symptom that you are having, that you might need to get to, talk to the doctor and get them to check out. So, that's what we wanted to do here. We wanted to be funny, of course. We want to, have some fun, but we also want to be informative and explain a lot of stuff for you guys. So, with my show, it's only once a month, and so, I like it that way for right now. And the next month, what we're going to talk about is we're going to be talking about Thanksgiving. You know it. It's November. It's coming up. But we ain't talking about the regular stuff. We're going to be talking about some more stuff. So y'all have to wait for the promo for that. That is going to be cool. But, like I said, we don't want to just have just anything on here. We want to have a lot of information that helps you guys out, just like it helps me out, going out there and finding out stuff. So I'm gonna do what I normally do. I'm gonna go and look it up. You know how y'all do, leave it to Candy. You know what I'm saying? You leave it to me to look it up, and we gonna find it out. So if it's anything any type of topic that you guys have seen on this show or seen on any of my shows, send it to me so I can, look it up and tell you a little bit more information about it. I like having fun, and I love being, looking up stuff. So, them two are some dangerous things when it comes down to me. You might find out a whole bunch of stuff you don't need to know. But how'd you guys like the promo? I'm playing around with it a little bit. I do have a lot of artists under me. We actually have 4 shows here on Instinct Radio. We have one switching up. The live talk is actually, it used to be the first and third Wednesday. They will be the second and fourth Thursday night from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also have DV Passion After Dark. It is the first and third Saturday night from from 10 to midnight Eastern Standard Time, of course. And we have Rockstar Life. It is the second and fourth Saturday night from 10 to midnight. And all three of those shows, oh my God, you never know what might happen on them. Those guys, Squirt Go Live, Duchess, Erica Duchess, they are, them two together, ooh, they are crazy. V&D, ain't no telling what might come out of them two mouth. On top of might not, you never know what might end up sitting up here with them. And of course, with Damien, oh my God, Rockstar Life, it is a party up in here. And, I really love sitting up here in Instinct and just having fun with all of my people. But on top of all of that, that's just the stuff that's going on here at Instinct Radio. We also have Sim Griggs Production. They have Practice What We Preach. We about to do the preview for it. We're going to do the red carpet event for it and let you guys finally see what in the world going on. And yes, your girl is in it. So, Ben and Greg, oh my God, those guys are like the bomb. I call them Tyler and Perry because they can do it all. They can write, they can sing, they write plays as well as movies. And they're very, everybody under me are very nice people. So, I love them to death. But you also have a lot of other actors that, act with Ben and Greg and have been on a lot of their productions. Tara, as well as Jeremy. You got Jazz. It's just so many people that, you just need to go to the website. I'm just sorry. You just need to go to the website, www.leaveittocandy.com. I have played around with this website, and I still got some more stuff to put up there. But also go to www.candypromotions.com. And with both of those websites, not only will you see all of the artists that I have under me, but you also will see some of the events that we have going on. You will also have a link to the web pages for all of my artists. You also will, on the links for the calendar, you can see where we are having the events at. So it's a lot of information that you guys can get off of those websites, as well as go to my talents websites, www.dvpassion.com, squirtgolive.com, simgritsproduction.com, sistergertrude.net. It is so many things that we got going on up in Leave It to Candy and Candy Promotions. So, I want you guys to, come on out and look at it. And hit me up. Tell me what you think about it. And if we have any projects, they are also on there. If you are not a member of Candy Promotions, it's a closed group. But if go out and look for Candy Promotions, the group, and we have a lot of things that we promote in there. We don't just promote my stuff. We promote other people's stuff. But, it's a lot of things that you have out there. You also have the Classic City Comedy, that we put a lot of comedy shows there. Anybody's comedy show, we put that on there. And like I said, it's a lot of stuff that's going around for Candy and Leave It to Candy. And of course, I always leave myself last. Do not forget to tune in here at Instinct Radio for the Candy Undisputed show every second Sunday of the month, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're finna get our butt out of here. But, hey, November the 12th, that is when you guys need to tune in again, because we're going to be talking about Thanksgiving. Not what you think it's going to be. And, hey, like I said, it's me, it's Candy. Shout out to my girl, Carmen, Connie, and Teresa. You know what I'm saying? And any information that you can that you need will be in the messages. If you send any messages while we were on air, I'm sorry. Today we really weren't looking at messages. We were trying to make sure that we got the information out today. Going forward, we will try to make sure that we read the messages, but I'm sorry if I didn't get to your message. I'll get to it later on. And hey, that is my time. I'm going to get out of here so the next show can come in, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and we'll see you next month.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.